This is David with High Performance Stoicism. I want to talk to you about the organic Stoic cosmos. The Stoics, you must understand, have a distinctive view of the universe. That's because they have a comprehensive philosophy, and no matter what part of the Stoic system you study, you are bound to find something different from all the other systems that were out there in the ancient world and in the modern world. Now, the Stoics thought it was very important to understand the cosmos. Here's a reason why. Remember, Epictetus said that, what do I want? I want to learn to understand and follow nature. Part of what the Stoics mean by nature is the cosmos itself, and most notably, that part of the cosmos that rules the rest, which goes by many names: Zeus, the Logos, the Master Reason, and so on. And Chrysippus, the great theoretician of the Stoics, said, man himself was born to contemplate and imitate the cosmos. And I think this is an important quote to consider because part of what the Stoic view is, part of what their ethics is following nature. You're following the way the universe really is. You're watching carefully what Zeus does, and you're trying to harmonize with whatever happens. The Stoics themselves would often study the universe, and so they had a kind of physics that we're going to get into, and they thought that would have an application for how they live their lives. Now, the first thing to start off with is you are a part of the cosmos. What you are made of and what the cosmos is made of, it's the same stuff. So the Stoics say you have a soul and you have a body. What's most important in your soul is your mind or your command center. And they believe that literally is the mind of Zeus. So your thinking, your mental operations are similar to the operations of Zeus. And the Stoics believe that the universe has two fundamental principles. One is the active principle that is intelligent, creative, and fashions the stuff of the world into planets, trees, birds, and so on. And then there's the inert principle that's the stuff that it acts on. And so let's get into some of the details of the organic Stoic cosmos. And the Stoics say that everything in existence is physical. Now, some people take this to mean they are materialists, but their view of matter, their view of the physical, is quite different than ours. Now, one of the first things that is distinctive is they think body is fundamental. There are just these two principles there that are both bodies at the beginning of the universe. And the active principle starts to fashion things out of the passive stuff in order to make everything that you see before you. Well, except for the things that humans themselves made. So you could see right there that there is a sense in which we are imitating Zeus whenever we invent the new things like houses, cars, planes, buildings. So we have that creative element alongside Zeus. Now, given that their view is body is fundamental, many people would describe this view as corporealism, that body is fundamental. One thing to note is the Stoic view of the cosmos is not atomistic. What that means is body is fundamental and little atoms are not fundamental. In fact, the Stoic view is there are no atoms as we understand them, or as the ancient philosophers like Democritus understood them. There are not any fundamental, impenetrable parts or bits that make up the whole universe. It's just body, a big mass of stuff that gets fashioned in different ways. Another thing to note about the Stoic view is they do not have a mechanistic view of the universe. They never really saw the universe as a machine. Now, if you look at the modern world, you can see part of the reason we thought the universe was mechanistic was because we were inventing a lot of new kinds of machines. And then people thought about that and said, well, the universe, I think that might be a kind of machine too. But no, the Stoic view is that the universe really is an animal. And they explicitly say that. So I think this is important to note because there are some elements of Stoicism, such as following the way the world goes, following the direction of the world, but it's not a mechanistic system. It's organic, it's living. And that's part of what gives it its beauty. And the Stoics noted there's nothing more beautiful than the cosmos. So you could see how all these different views interlock with one another. Another thing about the Stoic view of the cosmos is it is not purposeless. Some people say the universe is purposeless. It's just atoms in the void, and here we are in the chaos, and we have to figure things out. Well, not so fast, say the Stoics. The universe does have a purpose, and what gives it its purpose is none other than Zeus, the active principle that governs the universe. So the Stoics do believe in providence, they do believe there's a plan. Zeus is supremely rational, and you could see why this would account for some of the calm that the Stoics have in every situation, the confidence they have, because a supremely intelligent being is working things out for the best, and we're living in a living, beautiful universe. The last thing I want to say about the Stoic cosmos to distinguish it from other views, and this goes along with it not being an atomistic system, the Stoics believe that body is malleable. It can take on numerous, infinite shapes, and they see Zeus as being like that. Zeus is really formless in the following sense. Zeus does not have a distinctive form that Zeus must take. And in some respects, that is like the ancient god Zeus. If you know some of the stories where Zeus takes on a swan or another creature, you have that idea. So, why is this last part about the malleability of the universe important? It's important because this extends all the way down to your mind. Your command center is made of malleable stuff. And the Stoics tell us the mind is malleable. You can make out of your command center anything you want. You can really be practically any kind of person if you put your mind to it. And this might sound a little strange, but if you think about it, there's something about the average human being that is somewhat plastic, somewhat malleable. People, without even noticing it, can be a little chameleon like because you spend time with one group of people and you take on their characteristics. Then you hang out with a totally different group of people, you take on their characteristics. But the real reason this is important for you is the Stoics are telling you you can become virtuous. You can change your mind over time by having different thoughts, by taking different actions, by doing the right thing, by doing the rational thing. You can fashion your mind to finally become virtuous. So, this part of the Stoic view of the universe is crucial to understand because it means you have a shot at totally transforming your life. And that in itself is a beautiful thing. A couple more things to note about the Stoic view of the universe. In the Stoic view, things like seasons are important. Remember, the universe is organic. So the idea that we have seasons of life makes complete sense to the Stoics. We're not just in some mechanical system, and so as we age, we have to enter different ages of our life. During our career, there are certain seasons, you can call them, of things are going great. I'm hot, it's summer, things cool off for a while, and things get very cold. We do have winters of our lives. Another thing to note is that according to the Stoics, there's a orderly interaction of opposites, and that fits in with what we just said about the seasons. You need, according to the Stoics, things that you think are opposing you. People who are giving you a hard time, your rival at work, people who are doubting you. The Stoics say this is all part of a orderly system, and it's only with people opposing us and giving us a tough time that we're really able to become fully virtuous. You don't want to live your life in a vacuum. You want to live an active life with things that are challenging you. So that all fits together in the Stoic view of the cosmos, a organic view. Now, understanding all this, if you think about it, take it in, review this video, you can start to see many things about the Stoic view that make more sense. That's it for this video. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.